Okay, we've all seen AI do some pretty mind-blowing stuff, right? But what if I told you it's about to hit a massive wall? Seriously. The internet, its main food source, is basically running on empty. So today, we're going to explore what's next for AI, a huge, untapped source of intelligence that you just can't Google. Just think about this for a second. A surgeon's instinct, right? That feeling they get, honed over thousands of hours in an operating room. Or what about a scientist's gut feeling, built on like a decade of experiments that failed and never even got published? This is probably the most valuable knowledge on the entire planet. And right now, it's totally invisible to AI. Well, until now.
All right, so let's get into it. This really gets to the heart of the problem facing even the biggest AI models out there. They've kind of reached the end of the road, a dead end, if you will.
I mean, this quote just says it all. Think about it. These huge models have basically consumed the entire public internet. Every Wikipedia page, every crazy Reddit thread, every single article. But it's running dry. What's left is mostly just the same stuff recycled over and over, and a lot of it is just noise. These models are literally starving for something new, something real. So, where does the next level of intelligence actually come from? I mean, this is the big one, isn't it? The multi-trillion-dollar question. If we've squeezed the internet for all it's worth, what's next? How do we actually leap from an AI that's good at, say, summarizing articles to one that can help us solve the really hard, complex problems in the real world? And here's the thing. The answer won't come from just more recycled web text. That's the key takeaway here. Just feeding these models more of the same old data isn't going to cut it. It's not going to lead to some huge breakthrough. It's kind of like trying to become a world-class chef by just rereading the same cookbook over and over. It doesn't work. You need new ingredients. You need new recipes. For AI, that means it needs a totally new kind of data. And this is where you can really see the difference. On one side, you have public internet data. It's fine. It's general. A lot of it is unverified. And it's just full of the same stuff repeated. But then you have expert knowledge. This stuff is the complete opposite. It's super specific. It's been verified by a real human being. And this is huge. It covers the edge cases. All those weird, tricky situations where real expertise is everything. That's the massive quality gap AI is facing right now. Okay, so if all this amazing knowledge isn't on the internet, where the heck is it? Well, that brings us to section 2. Let's dive into this huge, untapped reservoir of human genius. It's not on a server somewhere. It's out here, in the real world. It's in that split-second decision a surgeon makes mid-operation. It's in the knowledge gained from years of failed lab experiments that finally lead to that one aha moment. This is the stuff that's locked away inside the minds of experts, and it's the high-octane fuel that AI desperately needs to evolve. See, for AI to make that next big leap, it has to understand nuance, it has to get context, and that's exactly what public data just doesn't have. The internet gives you the general rules of the road, but it's the expert knowledge that tells you what to do in all the weird, critical exceptions. So what are we really talking about here? What does this expert knowledge actually give us? Well, first, you get super deep domain-specific knowledge. We're not talking about the textbook definition of a heart valve. We're talking about the exact technique a world-class surgeon uses to repair one. Second, you get those critical edge cases I mentioned, the rare, messy situations that you'd never find in a million pages of web data. And finally, you get human-validated facts, a clean, reliable source of truth that an AI can actually count on. Okay, this is where it gets super interesting. To tackle a problem this big, you can't just ask nicely. You need a whole new kind of infrastructure. And that's where a company called Codata comes in. They're basically building the plumbing, the pipes, to pull this incredibly valuable knowledge out of the heads of experts and feed it into AI. Now, you're probably thinking, wait a minute. Why on earth would an expert just give away their life's work? And that's a great question. How do you actually convince them to participate? Well, it all boils down to incentives. And this is the really clever part. Codata doesn't just ask experts to donate their knowledge, it gives them a way to own it and to profit from it. What they do is they use blockchain tech to turn an expert's unique insight into a secure digital asset. When we say on-chain, all that means is it's recorded on a public ledger that can't be changed. It's like a digital notary, proving you're the owner. Suddenly, your expertise becomes actual property, just like a patent or a copyright. It's yours. The whole process is actually pretty straightforward, but it's incredibly powerful. So step 1, an expert provides their verified knowledge.
Step 2, Codata locks it in on the blockchain, creating a permanent, unchangeable record of where it came from. And then step 3, and this is the absolute game changer, the expert gets rewarded every single time their piece of knowledge is used by an AI. This creates a real, direct financial link between what they know and the value it creates.
And what you get from this is this amazing self-sustaining loop, right? Because experts are getting paid for what they contribute, they're motivated to keep contributing more. This means the supply of knowledge keeps flowing. And because their name and reputation are attached to it, they have every reason to make sure the quality is top-notch. It's a truly sustainable model for growing AI intelligence.
So let's zoom out for a second. What we're talking about here isn't just making another dataset for AI to chew on. No, this is much bigger. This is about building an entirely new, foundational layer for the future of AI.
And they have the perfect name for it, the knowledge layer for AI. Just think of it like a new layer in the whole tech stack. It sits right underneath the AI models themselves, acting as this fundamental foundation of truth, a base layer sourced directly from the world's best experts that all future AI can be built right on top of.
And this is why it's such a big deal. This isn't just a small improvement, it's a total paradigm shift. We are literally moving away from the era of just scraping huge, messy public datasets, and we're moving into an era of carefully curating clean, high-value expert knowledge. So again, we're not just tweaking the old system, we're building a whole new foundation for what AI can even become.
So, I want to leave you with this one big question. What actually happens when AI stops just reading what we've all posted online and instead starts learning directly from the greatest minds on the planet? From the combined wisdom of our best surgeons, scientists, engineers, and artists? I mean, just think about that. The possibilities are absolutely staggering.